My sister eloped with my husband, leaving me to care for her son. 15 years later, I ran into them at a store, laughing about the burden they abandoned. Their smiles faded when they turned to see the healthy, thriving young man calling me mom. That day, they lost everything, and I gained the one thing that mattered most. My sister Mary eloped with her husband Todd. She abandoned her son Matt with me, despite him only having 6 months to live. Since then, I hadn't seen Mary or Todd. Now, after 15 years, they're right in front of me. This unexpected reunion brought back all those old questions. Todd, standing beside her, bursts out laughing at her words. Shocked, I try to keep my composure. Mary continues talking about Matt as if nothing has changed, and Todd laughs along as if it's all a big joke. I need to end this conversation and get out of here. Just listening to them is making me sick. I was about to speak up when I heard a voice behind me. Mom, it's time to go. I turned around and saw Matt looking at me apologetically. He looked sharp in his suit, and seeing him changed Mary and Todd's expressions as they recognized him. My name is Gemma, I'm 40 years old and work in an office. I have one son, Matt. He's a kind, considerate young man, and I couldn't be prouder of him. Matt is not my biological child, he's actually my nephew, Mary's son. We've been living together for the past 15 years because of something that happened back then. At the time, I was married to Todd, who had a promising future. Our marriage was good, even though we were both busy, we had no living parents, so it was just the two of us facing life's challenges together. But one day, I came home to an empty house. The house that was usually lit was dark. I felt a presence that wasn't Todd's and cautiously turned on the light. Welcome home, Aunt Gemma. Standing there was little Matt. Why is Matt here? Where's Mary? And where's Todd? She asked me to give this to you. Matt handed me a note, and I was stunned by the words I read. I want to go with Mary. Mary was my sister's name. I rushed into the living room and saw divorce papers on the table. I grabbed my phone and tried calling Todd, but he never answered. When he finally did, it was a mechanical message. I tried calling Mary, but the result was the same. I had to accept that Todd had left me for Mary. I never saw it coming. Aunt Gemma, where did Mommy go? Matt's innocent question brought me back to reality. Mary had left her beloved child behind to run off with my husband. How could she do that, especially to a child she cared so much for? I gently hugged Matt, who looked lost and abandoned. Mary had been raising Matt alone since her own divorce a year after I married Todd. She never complained about living in a small apartment and doing her best. But when Matt was 5, she showed up at my house looking exhausted. I can't take care of him anymore. Mary explained slowly that Matt had always been small and underweight. After tests, he was diagnosed with a chronic condition. She had been doing everything she could for him, but it wasn't enough. They said he might not have more than 6 months left. Mary started crying, and I was shocked by her words. I wanted to help her support her. That night, I called her and told her I would help. I'll help. What do you mean? I'll take Matt tomorrow so you can rest. Mary sounded relieved, and soon after, I started taking care of Matt regularly. Hey Gemma, let's play. Matt quickly warmed up to me, and we became close. Mary initially hesitated but soon started to rely on me more. Thank you Gemma, I really appreciate it. Oh, it's fine. I enjoy spending time with Matt. Mary smiled, and I was happy to see her smile again. I continued caring for Matt so Mary could have some respite, but gradually Mary started coming back later and later. Eventually every weekend Matt would be with me. I began to suspect something. Mary. What are you doing that makes you so late? Just relaxing, she suggested. Her response felt evasive, and I worried about her leaving her child without proper supervision. Can't you just trust me? I do. But you come back so late, and I'm concerned. Gemma. I have my own life to live. Mary's response felt cold. I couldn't shake the feeling that she was hiding something. She continued dismissing my concerns, insisting she was only taking a break. I grew more uneasy but held back, trying not to make things worse. Over time, I realized Mary's behavior wasn't going to change. Fine. But if something happens, let me know. Mary thanked me, but her attitude left me with a sense of foreboding. Eventually, I learned that Mary was dating various men while leaving Matt with me. She even started leaving him at my door without notifying me. I felt betrayed. Seeing her so unbothered left me speechless. Do you know where your mom goes? No. Mom doesn't like to talk about it. I couldn't believe she'd leave Matt without telling him anything. One day she left without any word, abandoning Matt at my house, and that was the last time I saw her until today. Mary had disappeared, leaving Matt behind. My husband Todd had gone with her, and I was left with Matt. Overwhelmed with disbelief and anger, but seeing fear in his eyes made me kneel down to hold his gaze. Matt. Your mom might not be coming back for a while. Why not? His eyes were filled with worry. I didn't know how to respond. Matt was still too young to understand everything, but I couldn't hide the truth forever. Your mom had to go far away, but you have me. I'll be here with you always, okay? I understand. Matt looked uncertain but nodded and gave a small smile. From that day on it was just me and Matt. He had always been frail, often getting tired from even light activity. Mary had told me Matt was receiving treatment, but it didn't seem that way watching his fragile health. I worried about what kind of care he'd had before. All I'd known for certain was that his health was poor and he needed more support than he'd been getting. I took Matt to the hospital for a full checkup, and finally learned the truth about his condition. Reflecting on it, I realized Mary had only been feeding him things like jelly and bananas. I once asked if that was enough, and she simply said, "It's all he eats, so don't give him anything else." The doctors explained that his diet was severely lacking in nutrition. From then on, I started learning about proper nutrition and made sure he had balanced meals every morning. I prepared nourishing soup packed with vegetables to help him get the nutrients he needed. At first it was hard for him to eat much, but gradually he got better at finishing his meals. Good job, Matt. You're eating more than before. Thank you. I'm trying my best. His confidence grew as he got stronger, and little by little his spirit returned. I started taking him out for light exercise too, consulting the doctors along the way. I just wanted him to have a chance at a long, healthy life. Matt's smile became brighter, and he even started enjoying himself. Each night I'd tuck him in and listen as he excitedly recounted his day. Today, I played catch and threw the ball farther than before. That's amazing. You're getting stronger every day. It's all thanks to you, Aunt Gemma. Hearing his gratitude filled my heart with warmth, and though I'd never shown it, I often held back tears. Day by day, Matt got healthier, and seeing his progress was my greatest joy. I wanted to do everything for him, to keep him safe and happy for as long as possible. 15 years went by in what felt like a blink. I aged, but life with Matt kept me going. I never remarried after Todd left with Mary, and my life changed drastically. I sometimes wondered how Mary and Todd were doing, but didn't really want to see them. I was simply curious about what kind of people they'd become. Then a few days later, that curiosity was satisfied. Hey! Are you Gemma? While shopping one day, I heard a voice and turned around. Standing there was a familiar face, an older but unmistakable Mary. Mary, it really is you. Gemma. Long time no see. Mary greeted me with a cheerful smile, as if nothing ever happened. I felt the chill run down my spine remembering everything from that day 15 years ago. Just then, a man walked up to Mary, none other than Todd. Hey! What's going on? Wait, is that Gemma? Wow, Gemma, you've aged quite a bit, haven't you?